I feel very fortunate to kind of be part of.
Perfect. Okay. So, what about this one? Like, what did you do differently? That you realized with the previous startup, there was a failure in finding the problem. So,
Mm.
how did you know that it's not just you that experienced this problem, but people actually want to solve something?
Yeah, it's such a good question. I mean, we're obsessed from the very beginning with understanding this because like we really felt burned after the last startup shutdown. It's like one of the most painful things that you can go through. So we like from the very beginning when we launched the first iteration of Butter in I think it was June of 2020, we did interviews. Like I think in the first half year, I personally interviewed between 300 and 500 people, and that was like anyone that was doing anything that kind of tasted of workshops. Could be consultants, coaches, trainers, design sprinters, people in learning and development, anyone that was doing what we now have come to define as complex collaborative sessions. I spoke with them and tried to figure out not, hey, is this a problem you have? But I basically asked them, hey, can you talk me through your last workshop? What went well? What was painful? And try to really understand their workflows and understand which problems they faced and what kind of workarounds they tried to create around those problems. So especially the workarounds were incredibly important to identify, because if they hadn't even tried to identify a workaround, if they said, oh yeah, it's a huge problem, have you tried to fix it? Nah, not really. Then it wasn't really a problem, right? So
Right.
went super deep into that. So that was what we did in the first half year. And I think in since then we've been doing a lot of things to continuously stay in touch with our users and with our community. We built a big community of facilitators, of workshop facilitators. We engage a lot with people in public on LinkedIn and everywhere where people talk about the product. I think I personally still speak with 10 to 15 users per week. So it's so important to continuously stay in touch and continuously understand